Hello everyone, my name is Tony Mills of Energetic Wisdom. Today I'd like to talk about endometriosis, which seems to be talked about around a lot lately. So any conversation that comes up, I just bring it up. My information comes from a lot of esoteric books, which are really great, wonderful books, such as Lise Bourbeau. This is a really good one because it explains it. Your body's telling you love yourself. Another one is Louise Hay, who's been around a long time, Heal Your Body. And any other book I can get the information from, I can apply it. Now, endometriosis really is the lining of the uterus backs up through the fallopian tube and into the pelvic cavity. The tissue is adhered to the pelvic wall and continue to function as uterine tissue. That is what's happened. But what is the reason for that? The feeling behind it is there's a fear. There's a fear of any complications or discomforts during pregnancy or during birth. Fear of even dying, these are strong feelings. Perhaps her mother had a problem. Even as far as the ancestral programs are so strong, if there's been a big problem down there, it comes down like a wave. There's fear of labor. We as men, we get it pretty easy with birth and things like that, and but women can have a tough time, and if they see that ahead of them, there can be a fear, and so it's just a fear of the discomfort. There's a rejection of the femininity and personal power. There's an unresolved deep sadness that can happen. There can be frustration. These are all feelings, and insecurity definitely can be behind that. And it's come down from a program. If the woman's birth, her own birth was a difficult one, there's a memory there, and these things are carried in, and then they're transmitted into the future. When one doesn't love oneself, it always makes a difference to whatever the condition. And also blame is another one. It's natural for people. Many of us say, well, I don't blame, but perhaps inwardly you do. You see, we can't kind of judge anyone for that. But so any anger then and frustration is turned in on oneself, and that makes a big difference. So anything, the point is there's also, I see women who want to have babies in the future, and they go on IVF and they do all different things. But if there's fear of the future of birth, not seeing a good birth in the future, worrying about the birth, these are the things that will make a big difference to the future birth and having a normal, happy birth. That is the problem. It's just a future fear, and this is where I work with, is I actually empower people. I won't call myself a healer, but I'm more of an empower. I give the people the means of healing themselves, and this is much more powerful than say, Tony fix me, Tony heal me. So, but to actually bring in your own power, then it can be amazing. I mean, it's our own problems that have triggered these feelings that we've inherited, and feelings of our parents and other authority figures that trigger these things. But so it's from us originally, but if we can clear this, if I can give you back the power to clear this, and I have a tool, it's called the Living Lens, in which is a magical tool really, and to look at life more from a magical point of view. And when you see things as magic, there's more kind of I don't know if you see all these films like Harry Potter and that, there's a kind of a joy in it, in magic. There's a bit of joy. It's not so serious, and we've got to bring in a bit of joy, and to actually visualize a good birth. You've got to visualize happy children. These are the things. This is from our power. It's the law of attraction, works both ways. Okay. Worry about it attracts that. If you really picture it and picture the joy of it, it works in that way. So when we are in a better place, when we are in a better value, you know, as a mother, it's very important. You know, even when children, when the baby's being carried, it's very important for the mother to be in a good place, to be as much in their own loving value while they're carrying a child. And that, because the child can pick this up. Our children pick up what we felt and what we believed as we have our parents. And so this is all this is tied in. And endometriosis is just part of this. It's a big part of the fear of the future with childbirth. And this is, so it literally expresses in that way. Because it goes to, it is a sacral chakra problem. It's a sacral chakra relates to the mother, and very often when there's endometriosis, it's come through from the mother's side. This is where this program has come through, and perhaps down the line, grandmother, down the line, ancestors. So this whole program has come down as a wave, but we can change it. Okay, that is the point. By altering how we look at everything, things begin to change. Our life changes. We can change it. And again, this is where I come in, is to empower you to change your life. And whatever the condition, things can start altering. And then you look through a different window, a bit like play school, okay? And things start to change. So this, I thought this little insight there, I'll do a blog on this, and I'll actually list any books that I refer to, which are very useful. These are books that you can get the information from. It's just that when I work, I bring them alive, and it makes such a difference. Okay, if you've got any questions, just follow up. You come back to me, and I'll answer them in the future. So, okay, good talking to you, and all the best to everyone. Lots of love. Bye.